Good morning. Welcome to my Instagram GIF creation mini course. I have never really recorded like a serious like lesson before. I did not study education, but we're gonna do the best we can. Most of you probably know me. My name is Alyssa. If you don't, hi, nice to meet you. I am the owner of Which I Would Love, which is a small branding and web design agency located in Wichita. So yeah, I'm not gonna really bore you with a whole big introduction because that's a waste of time. So let's jump in and get started. So today I'm gonna show you how to make Instagram GIFs. It was my election day therapy. I just sat in bed all day and made GIFs for myself to use on my Instagram stories. So I had a lot of people really interested in that. And I was like, you know, I'm just gonna show them how to do it. It's literally so easy. Like, you're gonna learn this skill and be like, dang, why didn't I know that? But now you do, and you can share it with other people in your life. So I'm going to show you two different methods. I'm going to show you first with Canva. I am recording my screen, so it'll probably be here, but then other parts it'll pop up on the screen a little bit. So I'm going to show you with Canva, both the free and pro. There's only one thing on pro that really makes a difference, but I have a tool that will allow you to do the same thing. It's just an additional step. And then also on iPad, on the Procreate app. This app does cost $10. I think it works with all iPads, but it definitely works best with the iPad Pro. I do have a pencil. I had one person ask me a question. They said, I don't have a pencil. You can use your finger too. You just won't get all of the like pressure sensitivity or like side shading, all of that jazz, but overall not really a big issue. The very first thing that you're going to need on Canva or Procreate is a Giphy.com account. You're going to need to either be a brand or an artist account. At the bottom of this email, you will see like a link that takes you to that specific section that kind of explains it to you. There's not a huge difference. The brand account does require a email address that goes to your domain. So like, I'm Alyssa at whichchildwithlove.com, so I was able to get a brand account. But some people don't have, you know, domain specific emails. So in that case, you would apply just for an artist account. For the artist account, you do have to have 5 GIFs uploaded before you apply, but that really shouldn't be an issue. I don't see anyone wanting to only make like 1 or 2. You'll have to make at least 5. But that counts for like the traditional like just photo GIFs, like meme GIFs. But it also counts for the stickers, which are the GIFs that Instagram uses. They're called stickers, and that's because they have a transparent background and they move a little bit. One more thing to note is that GIFs don't show up automatically. They take about 24 hours to process. So you might upload them and be like, where are they? They'll show up on your account, but they won't show up on Instagram after you're approved for like the artist, brand, whatever account. They won't show up on Instagram for about 24 hours later. And that's because every single GIF is approved and looked at by a human, which is awesome. So that's a good thing for us, but also sad because you can't make a GIF and then use it like an hour later. Sometimes we get really lucky and in like a 3 to 4 hour time period it'll show up, but I mean, I'm definitely guilty of like always refreshing, like taking bad selfies and just searching for my GIFs. So don't feel discouraged if it doesn't show up. It will show up eventually, I promise. So whether you're using Procreate or Canva to do this, or even if you're using like Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, After Effects, whatever you use, just think of GIFs like this. Do you remember those flip books we used to have make as a kid? I remember my class always like stole sticky notes from our teacher and made like a ball bouncing. So it's frame by frame, but when you flip through it, you see the motion. So it's very much like traditional old like cartoons, how those were built. So just think of a GIF like that. And you'll have to break it into the pieces, which seems difficult, but I'm a fan of like stupid easy GIFs. And I'm gonna show you some like stupid easy GIFs, but you can be as complex as you want. You just have to kind of think of it frame by frame. So if you are like, oh, I'm gonna do the Procreate route here, is what time stamp that will start. But if you're doing Canva, just hang out, we're gonna jump into it. Okay, so we are going to start with Canva. On Canva, you just log into your account, free or pro, doesn't really matter, and you're gonna create a design using custom dimensions. I like to start at about 3000 by 3000. If you have free, you're not able to crop down after you build your GIF, so if you want more of a horizontal, then you'll need to kind of adjust your proportions for that. But I like to at least have a 3000 width, just so that the GIF itself is high enough quality to kind of like stretch and fill more of the screen on Instagram. So we're gonna start a new design. Okay, so here we go. We've got our blank canvas. You might think automatically that you're gonna create the whole thing on the first page. And I think there's two ways to do this. You can create the whole thing and then like make new pages with the same stuff and just keep like removing what you want, or you can just like kind of have an idea and build it frame by frame. So I would say that you could use any of their pre-made stuff, but we're gonna do something a little bit different. I am going to start with a shape. So we're gonna go very, very simple. I'm gonna start with just a circle and we're gonna make it teal. Okay, and then I'm gonna scale it up. I don't wanna go over the edge of my frame, obviously, because I want it to be a full circle. So I'm gonna scale it up and then I am going to add some text. Let's make it say, ICT. Let's do a shop small. Let's make it very festive for the season. Okay, so we're gonna do ICT. I'm gonna change the size of that. So I'm gonna fumble around a little bit in the software in Canva because I do not design in Canva. I use Adobe products. So it's a little bit funky for me to be doing it in here. Okay, so we've got ICT. Let's change the font. Something important to remember is readability of your typeface. You want to make sure that it's not like hard to read, you know? I think sometimes like super scripty fonts get so difficult. Okay, so we're gonna do ICT, shop, small, or let's do shop local. Shop local. I want that to be centered. Ooh. And so some of the typefaces I'm using are for the pro, but I think there's plenty of free typefaces that are just as beautiful. I think I want the motion to be very minimal, and I'm really just gonna have like the background kind of flash. Personal preference is I don't like super busy GIFs. Like I said, you can be as complicated or as simple as you'd like. So I'm gonna group these together. And then I'm going to copy, I guess you can right click copy, and then I'm gonna add a new page and I'm gonna paste. And it'll paste it in place, which is so helpful. Okay, and then I'm gonna ungroup so I have different levels of control again. And I'm gonna change the background to be just slightly darker. And I'm going to swap my colors. And then my gift, I'm gonna leave the same. So you'll see it shifts kind of like that. Okay, so that was really easy. I could rotate it so it wiggles side to side a little bit, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna keep it really short. So now I need to download this GIF. This is where it gets different if you have free or pro. So if you have pro, you're gonna export PNG with a transparent background. If you have free, you don't have that option. So I will show you both ways. So you're gonna download transparent background. Okay, so it's downloaded that, and then I'm gonna download again without the transparent background. So we have both. Okay, so I'm done with that one. So now, if you do not have pro, you only have free, you're gonna have downloaded your graphics with a white background. So I have found remove.bg, which is remove background. This is a really neat tool. It does downsize your images a little bit because it's free, but I haven't found a huge issue with that because it's a pretty simple shape. So we're gonna upload that. And again, this is linked in the email. I apologize if you can hear my dog barking. She likes to bark at people who walk by, and squirrels and rabbits and cars and our neighbor. It's a lot. Okay, so I've uploaded that and I'm going to download that without the background. Ooh, okay. So here I've run into one issue. My, the letters, they were also white. They have disappeared. So we're gonna go in and we're going to go to erase and restore, and we're gonna be able to add back in those letters, which is literally no big deal, but it's just to make sure that they show up because we definitely want them there. Okay, so I've got those filled in and I'm gonna download again. And now I'm going to do it with my second image. And remember, this is only if you have the free version that doesn't remove backgrounds for you. Ah, see, this one did a lot of it, but that's okay because we can restore it. So I'm gonna do that, not erase, restore. You wanna make sure that you get all of the spots. I like to go over twice sometimes, just to make sure I've got all of it. Okay, and we're gonna download that image. Sweet. Okay, so next we're gonna move over to the second website, and this is what's gonna actually make it a GIF. And this is for Canva only. Procreate, Procreate has its own section for this. This is easygif.com, again, linked in the email for you. So we're gonna choose our files, and I'm on a Mac, so I love to just drag and drop over, select some for me. Oops, but those aren't the ones I want. Never mind. Okay, so we need to go to my downloads and do those two. You can make sure that they're the right ones, and we're gonna open them. And then you just click make a GIF. Okay, so then you'll get this screen, and you'll be able to preview it after you kind of change some of the settings. We've got the delay time, the loop count. It says to leave it empty if you want it to go for forever, which you do need for the stickers. And then just some other options. So it says don't stack frames, remove this if it's used with transparent background. So we want to do that. And then I'm gonna change the delay time up a little bit. Let's try 30 and see what we do. And then we're gonna make a GIF and it will show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna actually change this to 50. I want it to go a little bit slower. Sweet. Okay, so now you can simply save this GIF. And it'll save to your downloads or wherever your computer defaults to saving, and we have it saved. So let me show you. So we've got our GIF and it flashes and it's so cute. So this will be what you use if you already have the transparent backgrounds, or if you don't, you do it yourself with the background remover. really, really simple. Then you just jump over to your Giphy account and you upload. There is an option that says create, and in theory you're like, oh, I could just upload my PNGs with the transparent backgrounds and it'll make it for me, but it doesn't, and it's frustrating. It gives it a solid background and then it doesn't work as a sticker. Have not figured that one out, but you know, if you work at Giphy and you're watching this, fix it. Okay, and then we are going to just add our custom tags. So a lot of artists use like a little phrase or their artist name. I hashtag all of mine with Wichita with Love because that's my brand account. But also, you know, like Wichita, Kansas, shop local, ICT, all of that jazz. Yeah, and maybe like holiday shopping, all the tags that you want, and then you press upload. It's literally that easy. So yeah, you'll see it, and that's how it works. This is another one that I created in Canva when I was first testing it out. So you can, you know, just add a little bit of wiggle. And then another one that I created was this one. So you'll see that girl has a little bit of like an issue on it. That was me not seeing the restore feature on the background remover when I was testing that out, but you can't really see it when it's like on the sticker. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps. Something that you do want to remember, and this is true for Canva or Procreate, that you want to have as little white space around the edges as possible, because Giphy will see that space and try to, like, I don't know, make it work in the computer world, and it'll just make your GIF really small and not really be able to scale up. It'll be a little bit pixelated, which you'll see on some of mine if you try to zoom into them. That was an error I made in the beginning. One thing I forgot to note, you can hand draw with like black Sharpie and then take a photo, and if you have Pro, you can then upload that to Canva and remove the background. I have one, let me show you all my designs. Did I not save them? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have this one. This one was one that I hand drew. I uploaded it, it removed the background, and then I haven't pushed it to GIF yet, but it is an option if you do want to hand draw your GIFs. You can totally do that and still use Canva, but you do need Pro, or you need like super powerful light that will take like a completely black and white photo. I mean, I guess you could probably try the background remover too and see how that works. Oop, you're gonna have to forgive me on this one. I am a techie person, but I literally can't figure this one out. So we're gonna just do it this way. Okay. So we're gonna go into Canva, and you can see this is where I created all of my other ones. And we're going to start with a new size. So I'll just do screen size. And then let's make it, so you can turn off your background by just unchecking that. I like to leave it on while I'm starting and just kind of change the color to something darker than what I'm gonna use. And then we will just do this. So then I'm on a new layer. I'm gonna make this one super easy. Okay, so it says new, and we're gonna stick with that. And then over here at your little wrench tool, we're gonna go to Canvas, Animation Assist, and turn that on. And then you'll see it at the bottom that each frame will pop up as a new frame for your animation. And then from there, we're able to change, we're able to change how many seconds it records, or how many frames per second. And then you can see the onion skin, which will just show you the transition between the two. So we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna try, okay, so we've got new. I'm gonna make a new layer, and then I'm gonna just kind of write it again a couple times. I'm literally just tracing, and this will give us the effect of those like wiggling ones that go between everything. So again, you can be as complex or as simple as you want. Okay, so I've changed my frame. Oops. I've changed my frames per second. You can make it faster, you can make it slower. You definitely want it on loop, and I don't want to blend the frames. I don't want to blend the color scheme. Again, that's all up to you. You'll definitely just want to play with whatever works best for you. Okay, and then from there, we go back to the wrench tool, and we're gonna go share, and we share as an animated GIF. And again, you'll kind of be able to see you'll be able to see how many frames it goes, so we can like really spaz it out. We can make it go a little bit faster. I think I like 4. Okay, don't worry about web ready, doesn't really matter that much. The alpha threshold just kind of shows how much of like the background, or like it softens it a little bit. Honestly, you can play around with them, but most of the time I haven't really seen much of a difference. And then we're gonna export it. And then I'm on an Apple, so I'm gonna airdrop it to myself. But if you don't have an Apple computer, you can add it to your OneDrive, you can email it to yourself, whatever is the easiest solution for you. So I'm gonna send it to my MacBook. It's me. From here, we're gonna jump back over to the computer, and we'll see. Oh, gosh darn it, did I not send it? I did send it. Oh, okay. So from here, you'll see we've got a new animated GIF, and it literally is just the same process. So we're gonna go, and we are just gonna upload to Giphy. And we're gonna tag it, Wichita with love, new post, new script, new white, new, cursive, new, all of the tags, and then we're gonna upload it. And there we go, we've got another one. How fun is that? So fun. Okay, and then we can, oops, not there, not my dashboard. Then we can see again all of the ones I have created. So let me show you how I didn't make them. My friend Kara, who we all know and love from September Moon Cupcakery, she sent me, so from September Moon Cupcakery, she sent me some cupcakes that she drew based off of a photo. And so she has the cupcake on one layer and she had the sprinkles on another. So I just took her sprinkle layer and I duplicated it, and then I made that wiggle. So what you want to remember with that is to have the cupcake on both layers and then the sprinkles on its own. So I can show an example of that with this one, you'll see that both layers have that pink border, but then when it plays, it wiggles, and that's because I only have changed a couple of the lines on each layer. So the pink is still consistent and has to be on both layers. So I would have done the same thing with Kara's cupcakes. Ooh. Okay, and that is how you make a GIF. I hope that you make some because they're really fun and honestly super easy. I think it's something that everybody should be able to do. I noticed when I was making GIFs like before that there was no like save for later cute like tag or GIFs that showed up on Instagram, so I made one for myself. But yeah, you can definitely make them with your logo, shifting it side to side, flashing different colors. You can, do wiggly lines. You can make the rainbows, the stars, anything that your heart really desires, you can do that. So yeah, I hope that you guys make some and tag me in them because I definitely want to see them because I'm so excited about this. If you have any questions, you can reply to this email. You can shoot me a DM. If you have my text message or if you have my phone number, you can text me, but no promises I'll reply because I'm very bad at responding to text messages. Any of my friends will agree with that one. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a glorious day. I hope it's Monday when you see this, but it might be Tuesday. It really depends on how much kitchen renovation work I have to do this weekend. But okay, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and tag me in your gifts. I can't wait to see them.